Aloha, masters and princesses. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to another episode of BAND-MAID Sunday. I'm excited because we're still working through the Epic Narratives album, and today the song we're going to be listening to is Go Easy. Now, if you're wondering why I'm skipping over Memorable, it's because I've actually heard the song before, and I actually did a double reaction over on Patreon with About Us and Memorable. So it's not because I don't want to listen to the song, I just don't want to be, disingenuous about reactions, because I want to make sure I actually am being 100% honest about a reaction. Anyway, if you want to check that out, that's over on Patreon. But as usual, if you end up liking the channel, like and subscribe. There's also a Discord if you want to have conversations about music as well. But let's jump into this. Okay, just within that first minute, my ears are drawn to Akane right now, just because there's a lot of cool stuff happening with how she's playing. I can already see it. Like, I'm not a drummer, obviously. My impersonation of a drummer is gonna seem kind of silly, but I can hear her playing on her toms, and it just sounds so clean, but it's so fast. And the way she's playing in some of these, sections where there's the double time moving into this halftime feel. I love hearing the differences between those. It's nice to catch them, and it just creates a whole different feeling for the song. I know we all know that because we can sense that timing and feel. But yeah, and then you can hear Misa's bass line really moving underneath. And then Kanami's got this really cool Ninu Nanu Ninu Na. It's we all know that Kanami's going to create this really nice underlying musical line that's going to just add a little color to the sound, along with Miku's rhythm guitar right after the intro. Watch. Let's listen to that again. You can hear Misa's bass line and that whole intro, just listening to Akane just ripping into the drums. And then come on. And I'm assuming this rhythm guitar here is Miku. But listen to that bass line. And already halftime. It's just the way that you hear Akane do that and got with the bass. I think it's the bass, her bass kick, but I don't know if it's the bass kick or if it's the floor tom. But just listen a little bit to that. She's killing it, man. And listen, drum part, listen. That is cool. We didn't get that in the first half. There's that there's like a new guitar line happening in this section, just because I want to hear that transition one more time. But like, hear me out, right? Like, you're hearing what I'm hearing. There's a lot of cool techniques that Akane is doing, and like, it's just, we know the extent of which Akane will go. She will push forth and try and play something that she feels like is impossible and will still be able to achieve what she believes is impossible. But like, there's something about the song that she went on like beast mode, and it is beastin'. Like, there is so many things happening. Like, my ears are so drawn to that. And then, okay, in that transition, it's like you hear this new guitar line that's not similar to the beginning. I really like the vocalizations. Cymbals is a new addition. Bro! What are they gonna do? No. I have to save that. We're going to savor that moment. I want to savor that moment like candy. All right. It's pleasing to the ear. When I went down this journey, it's funny, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and they were asking me about like, how's all the BAND-MAID exploration going? And it's funny because I remember when I first discovered BAND-MAID, Domination, you know, it's like, I knew they were good. Like, when you first hear that song, you know that they're good. But then, you know, you start diving in, and I understand 100% what you guys mean when it's just not the same as every other band out there. Like, there are bands that are like similar to BAND-MAID and do the same things that BAND-MAID does. I'm not saying that everyone's 100% unique, but what I love about BAND-MAID is that something's always different, and it, again, the compositional style just really does well to get me back to listening for something different. Like, in this section, the drum parts were different. We have more cymbal, and then switch up. And the way Akane builds up to that, and like, Konami's just feeding off of that energy in there, and the cool, like, Psyche's voice being in a filter, and you know that harmony is Miku, like, and then listen to Misa's bass line. God, Akane, ma'am. Not the circling, man. The spiraling. I love that. See, man, like, there's something about Konami's, I like how I'm using a lot of my hands today. There's something about Konami's soloing in this album that seems like, I know, like, I'm not calling the maids old, but it's like, you know, they're getting older, they're maturing, and like, I feel like Konami, there's something about her composing in this album that feels so like she's reached a level of maturity. And I'm not saying that her other stuff was not mature or immature in any other way, like any fashion, you know? But I mean, I think I know the audience well enough to understand, or to that you guys know what I mean, in that like she's taking a slightly different route where it's not constantly just shredding. Because in some of the other albums, she's like, you know, face melting. But this kind of soloing feels like my heart has a door and she's opening the door. And she's just like, here, breathe this in. You need to taste this. You need to breathe it in. You need to take it all in at face value. And you're going to love it. And it feels so awesome to just experience that every single time in this album. I love the soloing in this album just because it's a little different. But yeah, let's go back a little bit. No. Okay. Further back. Because I want to hear Misa. Listen. A lot of chromaticism. And then she does circling chromatics. Yeah! And then... Jesus! Yes! Yo, that ending. Just listening to Akane rip into that. Listen. Stick across the snare head. Building it up. God. All the parts. It's just all the parts work so well together. Not saying that none of their other stuff works well together. I'm just interested in how like nothing ever feels out of place, even though like one line may be sticking out a little bit more for melodic sake, or like this time I felt like I could hear every single line. Because normally sometimes I feel like I've lost Misa in the mix, or I've lost Kanami in the mix, or losing Miku in the mix. But this time I feel like I could hear every single maid. Everything. I could hear the bass working in tandem with the drum part, and then Kanami's guitar melodic line working on top along with Miku's rhythm guitar, but Miku's vocal harmonization with Psyche's melodic vocal line. It's just wow. I'm really loving this album. I have not found a song that I like don't like yet, but I haven't found a song that I don't like in general, and I am almost done with this album. I have 2 more songs to go? Yeah, 2 more songs to go. So I love it. This is great, dude. I want to continue the conversation about music. What do you think about Go Easy? Because I don't feel like they went easy, okay? At all. Akane sure as hell didn't go easy. She went to town on the drums. She went to town. And then of course we hear Misa going to town in the background. But let me know what you think, like in comparison. Also, I'm curious as to what you guys think about Konami soloing in this album in general. Do you guys hear what I hear? The whole like not holding back, but choosing to do something different in comparison to what she's done before. But yeah, I want to hear what you guys think about that. What do you think about the harmonies, the way the instruments work in tandem in here? Because this really feels like something about it just feels like a good mix of food, like a good goulash. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next BAND-MAID Sunday. Peace out.